I said something in the email. I said something in the email about, I'll probably record it, but humans are involved, so that's why you're coming in on this about 3 minutes into it. But it's only the first song, and it's fairly straightforward. So, same progression all the way through, and at the end of each verse and each musical interlude, you do 4 beats of D minor, and then 1 extra beat with a mute. And I mute with my pinky when I can, and that's a t-shirt that's available in the gift shop. Mute with your pinky when you can. But there's no reason why you can't hit it and just flatten out your fingers. Something like that. And then, like I said, that last line is a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me. 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down on the 5th fret. So, that's all there is to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It almost sounds like the beginning to Hotel California. Almost. 2, 3, 4. And this is an homage to Halloween, of course. Although I was checking, and we've played Black Magic Woman about as much as we've played any song in the 500 songs that we've played. And there's the mute. Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see. She's a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me. 3, 4. The original Fleetwood Mac, not the Stevie Nicks version. And then, of course, Santana. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Turn your back on me, baby. Stop messing around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You can't play with my heart just for kicks. 2, 3, 4. Add a 7th, just for fun. Got your spell on me, baby. Got your spell on me, baby. Yeah, you got your spell on me, baby. Turning my heart into stone. I need you so bad, magic woman. I just can't leave you alone. 3, 4. Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see. That she's a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me. 2, 3, 4. that wasn't too shabby. See if anybody else showed up today. Check in with everybody. How's everybody doing? Diane's here. Look at all the happy people dancing all around. What the heck? Jim's here. How are you, Diane?
Doing good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Happy.
Happy. Patty's here. Susan. We saw Bob. Karen jumped in. Very good. Excellent. Well, somewhere, who was it? Suzanne Vega. Now I remember. I'm getting ready to tell a story. Don't worry. It'll all make sense in a second. Amy and I actually went to 2 concerts in September. 2. First 2 concerts in 4 years. And the second one was Suzanne Vega. And we're sitting there waiting for the show to start, and they have a nice sound system and music happening, and this song came on. It was a do 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 do. Do. And that same kind of rhythm and pattern played over and over and over again. So I thought, it might be a 12-bar blues or just a 3-chord song. I wasn't sure. I looked at Amy and I said, and I was writing it down in a notepad. And I said, I think I'm going to look for that one. And it was Can't Let Go, and it was I don't know who it was being covered by. They were doing a great job of it. And Lucinda Williams may have the most famous version of it. It's an older song written by Randy Weeks, but Lucinda Williams has probably the most well-known version of it, which is a regular on the Texas country rockabilly circuit. But Robert Plant and Alison Krauss covered it for one of their albums, and a lot of people have covered it. So it kind of got in became an earworm. And so I looked for it and looked for chords and worked up a chart. And it would fit in well with a blues session with this group, but I couldn't let it go. So here we are. If you see what I did there. I don't know, the intro, what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, the intro is in 12-bar blues format, more or less. The verses are 2 lines of 8-bar blues and 2 more lines of 8-bar blues. And then the chorus, again, is 12 bars, moves into 12-bar blues. Say that 10 times fast. 12-bar blues format. And so it's kind of interesting for the blues. It's not a format that I've bumped into before, but not that complicated. And certainly with 3 chords, certainly not complicated. So it gives you the opportunity to create some movement instead of chord and 3 dots is 4 downbeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, or any 4-beat strum that you want. But it gives you a chance to do and I'm just picking up my index finger. Or it gives you a chance to do so for the 8 beats, I'm doing 4 down, 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 5, and then 1, 2, 3, the first 3 strings on your ukulele, still holding the G7, just to create a different sound so that you're not playing G7 for 47 measures in a row. So that's another way to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, one. The D7, you know, if you've been here ever before, you know I like to slide into it. So I form it on the first and second frets and slide into the second and third. For the movement again, but the other movement could be. Or you don't need any movement at all. Or. And then C7. And G7. And the melody is something like, told you, baby, one more time. Don't make me sit all alone and cry. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. I'm like a fish out of water, a cat in a tree. You don't even want to talk to me. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. So I was doing downbeats all the way through, and then right there, that last G7, I went to island strum. And then the chorus is, he won't take me back when I come around. Says he is sorry, then he pulls me out. I got a big chain around my neck, and I'm broken down like a train wreck. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. So I highly recommend looking at Lucinda Williams, sing it a couple times, look at Alison Krauss, Robert Plant, sing it a couple times, look at some other cover versions. Come up with your own, how you want to vocalize it, but a really nice, solid blues song. I like it a lot. You go through verse, verse, chorus, verse, verse, chorus. There's the big word chorus in the middle of the page over on the right-hand side down there. So down there somewhere. Right down there. Send you back to the chorus. Then you drop down to, it shouldn't say intro, it should have said interlude or something else. I'll have to fix that. An instrumental interlude, that little thin gray bar there. And then you do the next two verses. Then you do the chorus twice, because it's a short blues song, but they really wanted to make it into a long blues song. I didn't do that. That's Lucinda Williams' version. And then you do this refrain. Well, everybody in the band takes a turn, and everybody's going nuts, and the crowd's going nuts. And that's how that goes in the blues pavilion. And then you close out with the original chords from the intro, I think. Yeah. That's how that goes. Any questions about that? Let's just play a little blues. Think how I want to do this. That's plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. C7. D7. Told you, baby, one more time. Don't make me sit all alone and cry. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. I'm like a fish out of water, a cat in a tree. You don't even want to talk to me. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. Won't take me back when I come around. Says he is sorry, then he pulls me out. I got a big chain around my neck, and I'm broken down like a train wreck. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. I got a candle, burns so bright in my window every night. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. You don't like to see me standing around. Feels like I've been shot and I didn't fall down. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Let's do that chorus again. He won't take me back when I come around. Says he's sorry, then he pulls me out. Got a big chain around my neck. I'm broken down like a train wreck. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Intro in the middle. C7. Turn off the trouble like you turn off a light. Went off and left me, it just ain't right. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Round every corner, something I see brings it all back like it used to be. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. He won't take me back when I come around. Says he's sorry, then he pulls me out. I got a big chain around my neck, and I'm broken down like a train wreck. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Let's do that chorus again. He won't take me back when I come around. Says he's sorry, then he pulls me out. I got a big chain around my neck. I'm broken down like a train wreck. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Let's do that all at the bottom. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Well, it's over, I know it, but I can't let go. Well, it's over. That one's over. That's over. All good. Oh, I hope you like the blues. If not, it's over. So we'll move on. Everybody doing okay? All good? Okay, put on your thinking caps. And I just want you to watch me for a minute. Just watch me for a minute. Not this part. This is a silly part where I change music around and do stuff here in the office. That might work. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Okay. Sounds of silence. And I'm going to put on the overhead cam. That's what I want to do. No, that's silly. That's a funny one. I'm a goofball. a goofball. That's what you want. You want the overhead cam. So, left hand on your strings, no chords. Right hand on your strings. For the entire song, all you're doing is your thumb on the third string, index on the first string, thumb, index. And then thumb on the second string, index on the first string. So one pattern, we'll call it one pattern is, let's call the third string 3 and the first string 1 is 3, 1. Let's call the second string 2 and the first string 1, 2, 1. So one pattern is 3, 1, 2, 1, or 2 beats. For those of you who like the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, that would be 1 and 2 beats. So every pattern is 2 beats. And you're never, the entire song, you are not touching your, well, let me say this. The entire song, you're going 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, unless you mess up. And if you don't mess up, then you are way better than any of us, and you should be teaching Zoom lessons somewhere. 3, 1, 2, 1. So the entire song, you are not touching your fourth string, your top string. You're just going 3, 1, 2, 1. Once in a while, you'll change chords, and that's when you'll mess up because your mind goes to changing the chords and goes to these other fingers, and you forget that your right hand is supposed to be going 3, 1, 2, 1. The reason I'm not showing you the chords yet is because I want you to get used to this 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. So you want to do that enough, and this is going to take some practice. Might not come to you today, but you'll like the sound of it. And even if it just becomes an exercise that you do, it's a fun exercise. So it's 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Any confusion about that at this point or questions? Macaroni is going nuts. Somebody's probably delivering something. 3, 1, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay? So we're going to go from the first chord. Let me think if I want to do anything else. I don't know if I want to do anything else. Let's see. Let me share the screen now. That's not it. That's it. Poor babies are going nuts out there. They'll calm down as soon as Amy gets out the shotgun. Let's do that. A sus4 is the top 2 fingers on your D. All right? So it's 2, 2, open, open. Whereas your D would be 2, 2, 2, open. So it's the top 2 strings, and it's easier to talk about it that way than for me to say, just put your finger on the third string, 2nd fret. Because you're used to making this form with your, let's do that, yeah. You're used to making this form with your 3 fingers up there at the top of the 2nd fret. So I want you to do the same form as you usually do. Drop the bottom string out and just put 2 fingers up there. But like I said, all you're going to be using is that third string. So eventually you'll just put a finger up there and you won't worry about it. But for now, it's easier to think about it as, okay, that's a chord and a chord shape that I'm familiar with. And so I'm going to do 3, 1, 2, 1. And that should sound pretty iconic for Sounds of Silence. 3, 1, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2, 1. Your next chord is going to be a C, and that one you know, 3, 1, 2, 1. You're going to come back to that A sus4. And let's go down to the C again. C. So that's where you're going to mess up, where you're going to hit 2, 1, 2, 1, or 3, 1, 3, 1, or 4, 1, 3, 1, you know, somewhere in there. But that's fine. You're going to practice, and all that will iron itself out. Don't worry about it. That's all part of the process. So then we did C, and then you're going to do F. But again, you're not hitting the top string. And so really you're only doing that F add 9, you know, just your index finger. But form your usual F, but just keep going 3, 1, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. And yes, if you want to use another finger to pick, or use 2 fingers down here on the first 2 strings, you know, you can certainly do however you normally pick. But I think this is the nicest, simplest way to kind of explain this song that everybody can get into really quickly. So F, C, and those top 2 fingers, A sus4. And then your last chord is going to be G minor 7. And you're typically, I think you're always going from F to G minor 7, so you're just flattening out. And in this case, you are using all the fingers that hit the strings. G minor 7, open 2, 1, 1. And so let's go through a little sequence here real quick. So those are patterns. So we'll do 2 patterns of the A sus4, 2 patterns of C, 2 patterns of F, 2 patterns of G minor 7, 2 patterns of F, 2 patterns of C, and back up to your A sus4. Now let's do 1 each. 1 of A sus4, 1 of C. See there, I did it. I messed up. 1 of F, 1 of G minor 7, 1 of F, 1 of C, back up to home base, A sus4. So the trickiest part of the song is when you go from F to G minor 7 to F, and each one is only 1 pattern. That's the trickiest part. Any questions yet?
Bob, is the number in the parentheses? I thought it was maybe the number of patterns, but
that is correct. I'm going to get there, but I didn't want to get too far ahead. That is absolutely correct. Any other questions? You all had the same question, I know, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So the song, you know, because you're playing this picking pattern, where you fit in the lyrics is tricky. And so the stuff that's in grayscale is like a chord and a dot is your thumb, your 3-1, And an apostrophe dot is your 2-1. An apostrophe dot is 3-1. So every one of these marks is either your thumb or your index. If you know how many patterns you need to play for each section, you don't really need to follow the dots. But if you want to sing it, you got to figure out, which beat. So each of the apostrophes is your thumb beat, or at the start of a section, the chord is your thumb. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. And then each of the dots is your index finger. So I've tried to fit the lyrics in precisely, or as close as I could, to where you're going to jump in. So you can see Hello Darkness, My Old Friend comes in on the second beat of the A sus4, not on the first beat. So you're playing the intro with 2 patterns, and then the first line, and then it's that second beat. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come, and so I've come to speak with you again doesn't come in until the third or the fourth beat there, I forget. I've come to speak with you again. Yeah, it's not precise, but at least it gives you some kind of a roadmap. If you were going to play it through really slowly, you could go on the C. You could go, friend. 3 and 4. Yeah, it comes in on the fourth beat. I've come to speak with you again. On some of the lines you'll see, so on the first line you've got 2 patterns of A sus4, you've got 4 patterns of C, and you've got 3 patterns of A sus4. Well, only 2 of those would fit on that line, and so you've got an extra pattern on the next line. And so I put A sus4 in grayscale there, so you can kind of follow along and know that you are continuing to play A sus4, and now you can see where the F comes in. And it's that second line of each verse that gets tricky, because you've got 1 measure of F, 1 G minor 7, and then you pop right back to F again. So let's just play through without lyrics. We'll just play through the first verse just for fun. And we'll go slow, of course. And we'll do the intro. 1, 2. So it's 2 patterns of A sus4. 2 more, so 4 straight. Then 4 of C. 3 of A sus4. Then 1, 1. 3 of F. 1 of G minor 7. 2 of F. 3 of G minor 7. 3 of F. 1 of A sus4. 1 of F. 2 of C. 2 of A sus4. And then a little hitch and arghetti up right at the end there, but it's pretty simple. So let's just play along there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. C. A sus4. F, G minor 7, back to F. G minor 7, back to F. G minor 7, back to F. sus4 for 1, F, C, verse, I just hit that C string one last time. So I do 2 measures of A sus4, 2 patterns. And then that 3rd string just to kind of close it out. Does that make sense? Questions so far?
Where the C you're talking about at the end of the rest?
Yeah, right before the rest, it says A sus4 with a slash.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any dots. It doesn't have any parentheses or anything. That's just a single note, and that's just your thumb on your 3rd string again. So you have played 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, and then 3. And just let it ring. And that signals the end of the verse and the time to rest and get ready for the next verse. So you get yourself a cup of coffee or, a little tea or, whatever, your drink of choice, and then get ready for the next verse. So now let's try that with some lyrics just for the heck of it. Let's do the intro nice and slow. One, 2, 3, 4, intro. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to speak with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. Rest. I would say, okay, all the verses are exactly the same, and then you could just memorize that sequence, but they aren't. They change. The chords are all the same. The pattern is the same. That is all the same, but the number of patterns per chord changes as you go through the verses, depending on how wordy Paul Simon got with the lyrics. Any questions about that? We're going to do the second verse a little bit quicker. Let's look at the last verse. And the second last line, and the sign said the words, and the sign said, here we go, sign said the words of the prophets written on the subway walls and tenement halls. Where it says whispered, I slow way down there and whispered. And then give it a break in the sound of silence. So that's the only difference, is that gets, you slow it way down, you give yourself some time to gather, and then you probably don't need to see me up close and personal anymore, so that's good. We'll get out of that mode. And let's do some FaceTime there, that's good. And we'll just play it. Let's do that second one a little bit quicker, and then we'll go to the top. Let's see. 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. It's like the old Maxwell House. I think it was Maxwell House had that commercial. So we just did rest, 2, 3, 4. Restless dreams I've walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, turned my collar to the cold and damp when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of the neon light that split the night, touched the sound of silence. So that's probably a little bit too quick. I'll go a little bit slower on the playthrough, so you can kind of get a feel for the song. And again, you know, even if you never try to sing it, this whole sequence of finger picking and changing, just going through the sequence and changing up how many times you play the pattern, it's a really nice exercise in and of itself. Laura Markowitz. That's where I got all this from. She doesn't try so hard to put the lyrics in where they're supposed to fit within the song, so that's a little bit trickier when you follow. If you don't just absolutely know this song cold, it's a little bit trickier to follow. But if you look up Laura Markowitz, or look up Sounds of Silence, ukulele, you'll see Laura Markowitz. And of course, Cynthia Lynn has a beautiful version that's more complicated because she gets paid the big bucks. But all that aside, let's just play this thing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to speak with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I've walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of the neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know. Silence like cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning the sounds of silence. Now, one thing I will say, you're playing this at home. It doesn't matter if you do F 3 times or 5 times or 7 times. You just play it. What is that third, that middle verse? People writing songs. I can play G minor 7 till the band comes home. That voices never share. I can play F as long as I want. No one there. I can play A sus4 3 times if I want to. Disturb. I can play F twice, 6 times. The sound. You know, until you get used to the song and making the changes and fitting the lyrics, and, you know, just don't get wed to the structure. The structure here is so I can explain it to somebody else, like you, for example. But the structure is whatever. When you're trying to learn the song, just kind of take it at your own pace and have fun with it. So, hope you like that. I loved putting it together. I think it sounds great, and that's the last I'll say about that. Everybody doing okay out there? All good? All good, all fine? All good. Annie's good, so that's good. Okay. We better look at another couple songs real quick. I'm running out of time, people. Running out of time. Happy Halloween. Spooky. Okay, so I'm going to show you something that you can ignore because we are long past our being a slave to whatever I show you. And you're well into your ability to ignore it and do your own thing. Not in the chord chart. Not in the chord diagrams. There we go. D minor 7. Bar the 5th. So B minor 7, we know that. 2nd fret. That's beautiful, right? C minor 7 is the 3rd fret. We don't play that much. D minor 7, we play a lot. If you get tired of trying to do D minor and then trying to add your pinky, and you just want kind of a fun thing to do, and you don't want to try to do that thing, the 5th fret. So B minor 7, C minor 7, D minor 7 is the 5th fret. So this song, which is all over D minor 7 and E minor 7, guess where E minor 7 is? 7th fret. So if you wanted to, you could just do 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, and then that E minor 7, you could go to the original one that we know, open 2, with a single strum. And that D diminished, I'm going to show you that in a minute, but you could just pull your fingers in for B flat diminished, B flat diminished, and open 1, and play that diminished chord, and it should harmonize pretty well with everything else that's going on. So then you would have the whole song. You'd be on the 5th fret, the 7th fret, your regular E minor 7, and those same 2 fingers, those same 2 strings, but on the 1st fret with a nice diminished chord. You could do that almost through the whole song. You do have to play A7 at some point, but I mean, how tricky is that? Not very tricky. Oops, wrong string. Yeah, all you do is pull off the finger at the bottom of your diminished chord. I'm a funny one. So, but the way we learned this was you'd form up on your D minor 7. I'm going to go with the overhead cam just to make everybody crazy. Years ago, the way we learned this, form up your D minor 7. And for E minor 7, You just pull your pinky over. What? Push it back for D minor 7. Maybe adjust a little bit, but now why would you want to do that other than showing off that you can use your pinky? Well, because then you could hit your E minor 7 the single time at the end of the intro. And then you could take these 2 free fingers and put them down at the 4 and the 2 mark. And that would be your D diminished chord. So you've already got 2 of the diminished chords in place. You just put 2 fingers down. So that's why we learned it that way, instead of getting people to get up here on the 5th and the 7th. So I thought it would be learnable, teachable, transferable. Like that. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But anyway, that's a long story for something. I don't know what that's all about. So you choose your own adventure, because if you're not doing it that way, let's say you're doing a regular D minor 7 and then E minor 7. And you're jumping around every time. Now to get your diminished chord, you've got to form that G form and then put your pinky in. Which, there's enough time to do that, but it is kind of sweet if you've already got 2 fingers planted. And that really is all I'm going to say about that. I swear. There it is. Let's do that. Let's play this song. So, first verse. Cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy, baby. That's the Austin Powers version. Call you up at no relation. Like to go with me and see a movie. First you say no, you got some plans for the night, and then you stop and say, alright. I usually do the all on the first beat and the right. All right. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Now on the instrumental version, why not go up to the 5th on that? Drop down to E minor 7. Oh, that was supposed to be 1, wasn't it? Yeah, silly boy. Second verse, same as the first, except you can throw in after love is kind of crazy. That last line of the second verse, love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. Hit that as many times as you want. I think I have 10 hits there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 hits. I might have hit it 11 times that time. And then I'll do a count off. 2, 3, 4, and we'll come right back in with that instrumental. Those are all of the elements, I think. Spooky. Yeah, no mutes. At the end there, you just hit spooky twice, D minor 7 twice. What is that? Spooky. Something like that. I'll probably end up on the 5th and the 7th fret in that last section, and maybe in some of the instrumental. Any questions? Let's get spooky. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the cool of the evening, when everything is getting kind of groovy, I call you up and ask you if you'd like to go with me and see a movie. First you say no, you got some plans for the night, and then you stop and say, alright. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. You always keep me guessing. I never seem to know what you are thinking. If a fella looks at you, it's for sure your little eye will be a-winking. I get confused 'cause I don't know where I stand, and then you smile and hold my hand. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. 2, 3, 4. Well, if you decide someday to stop this little game you're playing, I'm gonna tell you all that my heart's been a-dying to be saying. Just like a ghost, you've been a-haunting my dreams, so I'll propose on Halloween. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Say love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. Something like that. Anyway, that's a little homage to Halloween. And now Lenny's doing Love Potion number 9, and everybody's invited to jump in. So let me know in the comments if you want links or anything to what Lenny's doing. That's a total public flash mob thingarooski. You don't have to be an ukulele patron to get involved. We do. What do we do here? We'll get through this pretty quick. We're just doing D minor, so we're all good on that. G minor we did earlier, but that of course is open 2, 3, 1. So it's a D minor fan strum and a G minor single strum. Do that 4 times, and then D minor. I took my troubles down to Madame Ruth. You know that gypsy with a gold cap tooth. She's got a ticket, she's got a pad down in 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of. You're playing G minor. A7 sus is that middle finger of your G minor. So lift the other 2 fingers. Love, slide it over. Potion number 9. Let's do that line again with the F. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got a pad, 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of love potion number 9. Second verse, same as the first. That second shaded section with the G minor, she bent down and turned around and gave me a wink. Instead of fan strum, I'm just going to do down strum. Said it's going to make it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine and looked like India ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. Or for Brian, I took a drink. I took a drink. So the rest, that's all the same. Didn't know if it was day or night. That's the same as I told her that I was a flop with chicks, so that's the same. And then you repeat that, she bent down and turned around. Then you repeat that, I didn't know if it was day or night. So that's all good. And then the last line is you're repeating Love Potion 9, number 9. So the second last line, you broke my little bottle of Love Potion number 9. G minor, Love Potion number 9. Love Potion number 9. Love Potion number 9. So that W is down, up, down, up. So that's 4 down, up, down, up. And then the last one is a mute. Questions about that one? Thanks for hanging in there. I know I'm running late. It's okay. I get chatty. Let's play this one. Happy Halloween if I don't see you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took my troubles down to Madame Ruth. You know that gypsy with the gold cap tooth. She's got a pad down on 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of Love Potion number 9. 2, 3, 4. Told her that I was a flop with chicks. Been this way since 1956. She looked at my palm, she made a magic sign, said what you need is Love Potion number 9. She bent down and turned around, gave me a wink. She said, I'm gonna make it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine, it looked like India ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. Didn't know if it was day or night. Started kissing everything in sight. When I kissed a cop, 34th and Vine, you broke my little bottle of Love Potion number 9. 2, 3, 4. She bent down and turned around, gave me a wink. She said, I'm gonna make it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine, it looked like India ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, took a drink. Didn't know if it was day or night. Started kissing everything in sight. When I kissed a cop at 34th and Vine, he broke my little bottle of Love Potion number 9. Love Potion number 9. Love Potion number 9. Love Potion number 9. Alrighty then. You survived another session. I'm so proud of all of you. Everybody good? Go practice that 3-1-2-1. I know you're gonna.
Thanks, Bob. It was great fun.
Well,
see you.
happy Halloween.
It certainly was.
Good choice of songs too.
Good to see everybody.
Thank you so much, Bob. Bye, everybody.
Happy Halloween,
Bye.
everybody.
Welcome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Halloween.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks,
No.
Bob.
Good practice, shorthand, but that'll fix.
Yeah, that all comes along.
Thanks, Bob.
So Enrico's gone. Nothing from Marcia.
Martha.
Exactly.
Well, okay, so I have a
Kathy's
thought.
got a plan.
Well, we worked up Let the Good Times Roll,
Oh,
and it's pretty easy. So we can send it to you.
send me a chart. Send me a chart.
It won't be in your fabulous.
Yes,
It wouldn't be the first time.
We will have no dots, but it's pretty easy. It's pretty fun, and we can lead it. And if Martha's there, she'll lead it with us. If not, it'll be us.
Is that a dead song?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically a blues progression. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, okay. Let the good times roll, baby. Roll all night long.
Yeah, yeah.
Send it to me and then I can listen to their version and then I can be.
Baby, baby, let the good times roll. We're gonna stay here till we lose
Soothe
our
soul.
soul.
If it takes all.
If it takes all night long. Doo-doo.
Well, why haven't we played that before?
Good times roll.
It's a unique
We're gonna
version to
stay
the
here.
Dead. It sounds like this other version that's out there.
Well, I know, but we've been doing blues stuff forever. Why? Where has this been?
Maybe.
Send it.
Okay.
It's a lot of F sharp minors. Wait, what does it start in? Today?
So Bob, I'll send it from my computer, just James Gordon. And then when you get it, please add me to your email list.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But also, I wanted
rcpowered sbcglobal.net.
I wanted us to leave Harvest Moon because I love that.
Well, I've got Get Together on the list.
I saw that. We have been working on it all night. We still don't totally have it down. It's hard. It's not that. To get it totally synced up right. And that was the song that I wanted to next record, but we've been working on it, and I just went.
What part doesn't sync up?
What part didn't sync up? Let me grab it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she's talking about.
You want to stop the recording?
Oh, it's kind of fun for people to just see us shoot the breeze and whatever. So, yeah, I suppose I better stop recording. Thank you.